Yeah, yeah, yeah. Same old Chris. Let's see if I can get my volume right now. Test. Hey, test, 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 test. Oh, and I have a isolator here. We'll see if it works better. Hopefully it does something. I have my keyboard on a foam pad and my mouse and an isolator for my microphone. So what you missed with me being muted there at the start was that I'm back. I said I'd stream today, so I'm doing a quick stream today, but I am sick, recovering from something, which I'm not sure if it was food poisoning or bacteria or what, or it came on way too slow for food poisoning, so I'm kind of thinking I have some little stomach bug, but hey, one and only, thank you, man. That's so sweet. But I am back, I am alive. You guys don't need me today, though, because insufficient crowns. Oh, man. A shame. Star turned on the crown sale. The Lord British Crown sale. He wanted to do it. We were actually supposed to do it from Friday to Friday just after the 4th of July, but he started a little bit early. Oh, I think it was because we were going to have somebody who was out of town that we kind of needed for that. So no, I will not be giving you that thing. What I will do today, since there's actually a sale going on, do I have any streamer cloaks? Since I've got a cloak. Silver streamer cloak. Let's see, let me see if what happens if I rename this thing. Yeah, I saw he was on and did some stream stuff. I tried to get Travis on, but unfortunately Travis and I planned poorly, and Travis is on a trip for wedding. Hey, thank you all very much, Lancer Maine. And aloha. So I'm not going to do my usual get something free or extra 1,000 crowns or whatever, since we're on sale today. But what I will do is, if you buy during my stream today, and I'm only going to do it during my stream to prove that you're actually a fan, if you buy one of the 10,000 pound or crown packs, I will give you a free. Hey, thank you very much, Kenneth. Kenneth123, start me off right. You must have missed me. But I'll give you a free Atos fan club cloak. Here we go. I'm ready. In addition to this sale, all you gotta do is email me, which I saw I only had 10 emails while I was gone. That's good. I did clean up my emails, and with an 88 durability. Okay, fine. Let's see. Set durability to 100. There we go. All right, now we're set. And this is actually a cloak that I made for one of our streamers for Famine. So actually, his name will still be in the title there. So it'll be Atos Fan Club Cloak. I was using his though because it gives +5 fishing. That's worth something, right? The other thing I need to do today that I wanted to make sure I had working before tomorrow is figuring out why my Skype was not working. But other than that, I'm just going to talk and answer some questions. My questions, I've still got to hook up the other computer to pull off my questions script and bring it over here. Actually, I may just go rewrite it from scratch. So I do not have questions turned on still. I do have the chat bot set up, though, and I need to get a prize in there. I'm going to do this rustic 3-story village water home, I think. Hey, thank you very much, Tanliel. And thank you very much, Legion of Myth, for the raid. I'm sure it's the first thing you guys want to hear out of my mouth, which is, how was my trip with Maxine? The trip was amazing. Maxine loved it. Had a blast. We hiked. We actually, in typical Atos fashion, on Sunday, we were supposed to leave Sunday at 7. Uh-oh, there's a dog back here whimpering because he wants to be covered. On Sunday at 7 is when we'd planned on leaving, and the plan was to drive to Carlsbad Caverns and camp just south of Carlsbad Caverns and get up Monday and do Carlsbad, and then get up and drive up to Santa Fe and spend 2 nights in Santa Fe. Well, in typical Atos fashion, Maxine came in at 2 o'clock in the morning, and Slew is not working, so Slew should only work for the governor of a town, and it should also work for the owner of a dungeon. But I'll go look. Maybe I still haven't checked out locally and didn't get them checked in. I think I actually demonstrated that on the stream, but I'll go look at that in just a minute. Oh, but anyways, Maxine came in at 2 o'clock in the morning and said, "My nose is stuffed up," and like she was having like a little nosebleed, and helped her and put her back to bed. Waited about 10 minutes, and I still heard her in there, like occasionally going, "Ah," and then I heard her talking to her stuffed animals, and I was like, "Screw it, 2 a.m." Grabbed Maxine, threw her in the car, and we left at 2 a.m. So we got to Carlsbad Caverns from Austin by 10 a.m. Did Carlsbad Caverns, we're out there by noon, and went up to Santa Fe. So we actually kind of got an extra day in. But lovely, lovely trip. No major accidents. Other than being sick when I came back. Eileen Dragonfire, thank you very much. Carlsbad Caverns. Maxine wanted to rename the caverns. I'm kidding, not kidding you. She wanted to rename the caverns Carl's Good Caverns. She didn't know why they were named Carlsbad, and she thought they should be renamed. Let's see. So let me get the rustic story thing up there. Hold on. Reset. Rustic 3-story water home. Open giveaway. Doesn't look like I bought that yet. Alright, here we go. But anyways, good trip other than coming back a little bit under the weather. So, let me go look on the slew thing and make sure I actually submitted that. So that was submitted. Yeah, that was on the 14th, so that's already checked in. Of course, I'm not going to be able to test it very well because I'm a dev. Hey, glad to be back. Hi, Star Strider. For those who missed it, we're having the crown sale. Star actually started a little bit early, just because we had some people who are going to be out for tomorrow, and that's when we were supposed to start it, and we didn't want to have to postpone it just because we didn't have the right people in to push stuff live. And yes, there are other people who could have done those jobs, but we're kind of lazy. So Star went ahead and started it today. Let's see, but since there's already a crown sale on, and I don't want to do a crown sale on top of a crown sale. Instead, if you buy a crown pack today, if you buy the 80 on sale crown pack today, you can get an Atos Fan Club cloak. It's actually a Famine Streamer cloak of the 200 that I renamed. But let's see what else can do here. Let me check for some questions here. Synthetic 9. Sounds like your timing's perfect. What's this +5 fishing cloak? This is the, if you buy a pack of crowns today. Normally I give a discount. I'm not doing the double discount because they're actually officially on sale until July 5th. I'm assuming this has all gone live and I'm not spoiling any secrets. But since we have that going on, I'm giving away a free fan cloak. Gives you +5 fishing. Yeah. And if I do seem somewhat subdued today, it is because I am sick. It was actually one of those sick things where I was having stomach problems all the way home yesterday, which makes the drive from a 10-hour drive into a 12-hour drive. But got home last night, I was actually still feeling bad and still feeling horrible, and I got to the point where I was like, okay, I just want to throw up now. Just let me throw up. So I was in there jumping up and down and trying to do jumping jacks till I threw up. And I never could quite throw up, but I sure felt bad. Hey, Looney Looty. The deal today is everybody gets 20% off because we started the 4th of July sale day early just due to some people being out. We went ahead and started a little early, but if you buy today during my stream, you'll get an Atos Fan Club cloak that has been Dev renamed. It's actually Famine Streamer, the cloak of the 200 there. You can see in the description. I hope Famines doesn't mind. But Atos Fan Club cloak, so you can show off to your friends that yes, you really do turn on the stream in the background and occasionally type raffle so that you can get a free item. I know that's what you guys do. It's alright. Let's see. No double crown sale during stream. Maybe maybe sometime I'll do get some item free, but I'm definitely not doing like a 2,000. Maybe I'll do like a buy during my stream next week or something like that, and I'll give you like a 700 crown item free or something like that. But that cloak's way cooler, man. You know you want the cloak. So updates on some things. Vacation was amazing. It's awesome. You missed that part. I talked about that earlier. You'll have to go back and watch it, but it all went great. Did drive 2,000 miles in 4 days, but still great. It helps when you get up at 2 a.m. to leave on one morning. Get most of it out of the way in the morning before anybody wakes up. But let's see. So updates. I will have to look into why you cannot slew. I guess I should go try playing on QA and see if I can slew. Is someone on QA now who is either a dungeon owner and does not have the dungeon's not set to adventure mode? I can barely think. I'm sorry. More so than normal. Normally I just have short attention span and get distracted. He's like, today I'm having my brain's fuzzy after 12 hours of driving and being sick. But if you're the owner of a dungeon and it's in deco mode, or if you are the owner of a town, you should be able to do it. Go get him, Lancel. And yes, I need to patch up QA because I was out for that stuff as well. So let me get QA patched up. Oh, crud. I moved to a new computer and I don't have QA on here yet, so I'll be downloading for a while. Let's see. Good job. You get a free cloak. Where is the patcher? Hold on. Sorry to ignore you guys. I'm trying to get QA installing in the background here. There it is. Windows patcher. And I don't have QA installed because I just got the new computer set up just before I left, for those who missed it. Hold on, let's see how long it's going to take me to patch. Wait for it, wait for it. I'm sure it'll give me a super accurate estimate here in a minute. Let's see. Let me see if there's some questions there. Dart and Obscura, what's driving the change away from monthly releases? We're still doing monthly releases. There's nothing that's changed on that. The only thing that's really changed has been that, well, one, we're reevaluating trying to do long-term planning. I know it helps you guys get excited about stuff, but it sets expectations on stuff. And sometimes once we get knee-deep into them and actually understand what we need to do on some things, we realize that stuff we'd promised doesn't make sense, or more often than that, the order in which we're doing things doesn't make sense. So we're not getting away from monthly releases. There's going to be monthly releases. We're getting away from stretch goals so that we can deliver stuff as soon as you buy it, and to reduce the backlog of stretch goal stuff. And then we are also reducing the 3-month planning, or at least what we're telling you, so we can have some stuff. And a lot of that came from, like, the biggest one right now is the crafting specialization stuff that was promised several months ago and has been infuriating people, and rightly so, because it has been delayed. So in this month it was delayed, but I'm working out the final details, going over everything with Beezus. We're going to have a plan for you guys. Hold on. We're going to have a plan for you guys for what is going to be coming out and when, because we're trying to, there's multiple different camps in there. One is kind of the camp of we want to eliminate randomness, and then there's the camp of, we want to insert some skill into it and make things more, have some more rareness to it. Because if you're a high-end crafter, I mean, that's one of the things you want to do, is you hate having all that, having to craft all those things. So we're trying to come up with something that kind of satisfies both those camps, that reduces randomness and also lets you create more powerful stuff, and also lets the really high-end crafters produce gear that is better than the low guys, people who have not put as much time into it. So we're trying to make sure we hit all those things, and we didn't feel the system that had been pitched earlier really hit all the points that we wanted for it. So we're talking it through. Again, B and I will have a plan finalized this week. By Tuesday of next week, we have our meeting on it. See, Lancel? Isn't it cool? Don't you feel like a dev now? I'm guessing you're excited by that, Lancel, since you typed in all caps. I did test it, but I only tested it in the editor. I never tested it in an actual client, so I was hoping something didn't break in between. But yeah, it should help you. I may put a distance cap on it, so how far away you can fly. So how far away you can fly from your origin, like from the point. But I do not have that in currently. So currently you can fly outside and see behind all the, fly outside basically the tree wall and the terrain and see the ugly stuff. Here, I'll ruin it for you and show you guys so you don't have to be tempted to do it. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Yeah, there it is. Everything's looking good. Except when you get out here and things start breaking down. And also you lose like some of the trees. You lose some of the stuff. Horizon. The water does go on forever in case you want to test that part out. But yeah, you can see a lot of this stuff is kind of visual backdrop once you get more than a kilometer out. And that's kind of was the target for those, is like a kilometer. But for dungeons and stuff like that, that should be super helpful. Yeah, eHondas, you should just type slew. Again, for those who are on QA, if you are I'm going to die. Whew, I lived. If you are the owner of a dungeon, hey, I'm behind here. Thank you, Fakan. Thank you, Fakan, for the resub ×3. And Dices, thank you for the 100 bits. Thank you. But if you are the owner of a dungeon, and the dungeon is in Deco, not Adventure Mode, or if you are the owner of a town, the governor of a town, you can You can now do slash slew on QA. That'll make it to live. Don't cap it. Alright, I think Lancel's caps lock is stuck on at this point. Hey, Catherine Rose, thank you very much. Thank you. I guess you're happy to have me back. For those who got here late, I am back, and I said I'd stream, so I'm streaming, but I'm also sick. I came down with something that, again, I'm not sure what it is. It didn't come on fast enough to be food poisoning, but it kind of feels like food poisoning. So we'll see what it is, but again, Maxine and I slept in the wilderness for 4 days. So we did have a blast. But by the time we were done, Maxine and I hadn't showered in 4 days. Like, looked at her fingernails, and like her fingernails are just like solid black underneath them. We were all gross. We have YMCA membership, so we could have just gone down to the YMCA, but we were having too much fun. It's fun being dirty sometimes. Playing in the creeks. Making campfires. And yes, Catherine Rose, the slew is in and confirmed that it is working, again, for dungeon people and city governors. So enjoy. A Night Owl, and that's for those who are wondering, who hadn't seen the crown sale started. The one that I'd been telling you guys was probably going to start here for Lord British's birthday, just because we had some outages. Started a little bit early. Outages is employees out who usually do some of that stuff, but we started it a little bit early. It will run until I hope this is all public, the day after Lord British's birthday, so through the Friday after LB's. But since I'm not going to do a double stream bonus. Instead, what I'm doing is if you buy one today, you will get Atos Fan Club cloak. It's a streamer cloak. You know you want one. Oh, you know it. It's got the little streamer thing on it. Here it is. I'll model it for you. Since I get logged on, I think I got 22, or I got 12 emails. I'm guessing that's I've got some cloaks to send out already. Also, yeah, I think I got most of the stuff before I left, but you guys remind me if I missed anything that I was supposed to give you guys in terms of rewards. You guys know I'm horrible at that. But yes, modeling glorious streamer cloak. Hey, thank you. Oh, now I gotta scroll back. That was so many things, Griffler. I have to scroll back and see what you just did there. And again, sorry for the low energy for me today, but recovering, drinking fluids as fast as I can, and taking it easy after forcing myself to drive for 12 hours while sick yesterday. Oh, so thank you, Griffler, or Dubswub on behalf of Griffler. Thank you, Synthetic9 on behalf of Griffler. Thank you, Lichmaster on behalf of Griffler. And thank you to Redhammer04 on behalf of Griffler. Thank you, SDN0 on behalf of Griffler. Let's see, what are some other things I can tell you about? I'm not sure if they got what all got into the notes. Some of my stuff doesn't make it in there, which is why Star yells at me, because I suck. And I do not... I do not follow the rules that I set for everybody else. I try to, I just forget sometimes. Well, let's see. One and only fixed for real, the resurrection onks in Tartarus. And the problem was not, if you guys saw me, I was on a stream like looking at, trying to figure out what was up, and I thought I'd fixed them multiple times. I had the data exactly the same on one that was working and one that was not working. It actually ends up because the dungeon is spread out a lot. There's actually a physics force zone that it uses. It's just because we do some spatial 3D spatial partitioning stuff that we do for performance reasons, and it was not properly auto adjusting to cover the whole dungeon. So he turned that number up for me. Wish there was a way to purchase Kodos via the web. You can! What are you talking about, iWacko? Let's see. Yeah, how do you purchase crowns? I didn't know there was another way other than that. Send Flair's streamer stuff, please, silly man. That's good. At least you didn't call me little man. I wonder if Bobby's watching. Surely not. Bobby would never watch my stream. Right, Dr. Bob? That's a private joke for those. I forget, was that at the last SodaCon? But someone may have referred to one of my PhD engineers who is amazing and intelligent, but not on the big side, referred to him as little man. No harm meant, I'm sure. Let's see what other stuff might have snuck in. I'm trying to go over the things. Oh, the Dungeon Elf varieties. That's actually what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, assuming I'm well. The one fatality that I'm going to have that'll be postponed until next release, but I have a compromise that'll probably even make you guys happier, is the Dungeon Tartarus, the 3rd level. I'm probably not going to open that up, but their Dungeon Tartarus will be expanded. That I'm going to be expanding at least one extra area that I won't tell you where it is yet. I may make you find it on your own. That will be a zombie control point. Not a control point, but a wave encounter. That is all zombies that will have a bunch of new variations of zombies. So I had to make some new zombies anyways. So I'm just, while I'm in there, I'm going to make a bunch of new zombies and take them up to the tiers. And so rather than getting the 3rd level of the Dungeon of Tartarus, because I still have just too much to do, and like I said, I'm back, but I'm sick and exhausted. So instead I'm going to be adding a control point room for zombies. That will be a wave encounter. That should give you guys, again, looking for more alternatives other than upper tiers, that is interesting. Devil Cult, I'm not sure if I'll put, what type of loot I'll put on. I need to go adjust some loot stuff in the Tartarus already anyways. But I may, now that that's been out there for release, seems like the drop rate's pretty good on those. Actually, I think it's just that you're killing a ton of zombies. I haven't gotten to look. Maybe that's what I'll do for tomorrow's streams. I'll pull some stats and see how many zombies have died. Or build a graph. I bet if I build a graph going back like 30 days, showing the number of zombie deaths, it's pretty much like 100, 100, 100, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. Yeah, 8,000, yeah. So yeah, yeah, you're probably right. It's probably 100k plus Devil Cult. Also, the alligator room downstairs is going to be getting some adjustments. I'll surprise you with what I'm doing with that, but I'll have that in for the Monday QA build. Let's see, what else? Let me see if I have any other stuff that I snuck in. The zombies if you go try the zombies on QA, I'd appreciate some feedback on those. I made them so even the slow ones will enrage and speed up when they get to low health. So easy to kill. I know how you guys kill them. I watch you guys do it all the time. And it's just exactly what I expect, honestly. Although, as always, it's always a little more effective than I expect. But then once they get down to a quarter health, Tartarus will also get an entrance, an official entrance and exit this release. I have not actually set that, though. Where do you guys think it should be? Come on, stream. Give me some ideas. I'll put them up for a vote and let you guys determine where. Let me get over to my voting thing. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, let me do the first giveaway. No, it's not going in your pot. We actually talked, iStar Strider, we actually talked about Burning Toad. Semi-seriously talked about making it a dungeon entrance, that we sold it so you could enter it from anywhere. But I didn't like the idea of selling it, but you guys could get there for free anyway, so most of you could anyways. Catherine Rose's town. I like Catherine Rose a lot. That's no secret, but I'm not going to put it in anybody's town. Let's see. Question: when will the deco dungeon points be added to the shop entrances? I'm not sure I understand that. Spungwell, that's not a bad idea. Give 2 entrances for it. Yeah, I mean, of course, I think I've mentioned before the history behind the Rise. If you notice, it's got like kind of the big chamber with lots of exits out of that. That was supposed to be kind of a hub. I'd actually thought of giving it a connection to the Rise, like maybe add a connection down at the floor level with the dragon in there. So that's one entrance into it. And then adding a second entrance somewhere else might be cool. Let's see. Synthetic 9 says that's where it should be. That's where I'm leaning right now. It's just, again, because it's... That may be a little rough because, again, it's supposed to be for kind of like level... You know, if you're level 60, level 70, you should be able to handle the first level of the dungeon, but maybe I can have an entrance. One entrance comes in from the Rise that goes into the second level, and one that comes into the first level. Hoagie Boomer, and that's the other thing, was the sewers actually created the sewer maps, again, to be part of the underground web, so people could use that if they want to. Let's see. When you buy dungeon entrance at the Crown store, they should have added 25 up to 1205 points to the dungeons. That's not activated yet. Oh, maybe up to 120. Oh, 125 probably. Probably a typo. Yes. Oh, wait. Lancel just gave me some news. Slew does work, pot owner. Works in adventure mode, but not in deco mode. Whoops. Backwards. And again, let me see who I missed here. I can see a few things there. I need to move that around so I can read it easier. Necronut, thank you for hosting. And Micelaroni, thank you for hosting. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, thank you, Catherine Rose and Kenneth123 for your generosity. Snugsy1, we can still tame over a tamed pet. You should be able to tame over it unless it is locked. If you lock the item, then it shouldn't be. Oh, can't. Is that on QA, Snugs? Alright, yeah, I'll make sure that gets... Wizard Smoke was doing that. I will ping him on that right now. Hold on. All right. It lets you try, but has 100% failure rate. Okay, then we'll get that fixed. Yeah, it should just be if it's locked, it fails. Hey, Stone Roar, I'm back. I'm sick-ish. I'm feeling much better today than I did last night. Combination of, I think, some stomach thing and also driving for 12 hours straight. Wiped me out, so I'm taking today pretty easy. Let's see, hold on. I'm going back to read questions. And again, I got to get my question thing. I got to get the other computer booted up so I can copy off my question script for it. So I still don't have a... Oh, that's not a bad idea. Demoron 123, make it a dungeon room we can add to our dungeons. The only thing I can see is a problem with that is we start getting into problems like you enter from your dungeon, he enters from his dungeon, that guy enters from his dungeon. When you exit out, that may be problematic. And the wee little one did love the camping in. And yes, the other thing I'm trying to do, make sure I get done for this release that I'll be doing probably this weekend, is turning a couple more rooms into dungeon encounter rooms. I'm going to get a couple of elf rooms in there. I'm still debating which ones. I was thinking of using the dog room from The Rise as one of them. And then maybe one from a new place. I'm going to look and see what Travis has going on with his room or dungeon wing that he's going to be opening up. It actually looked pretty close to me. His was further along than mine. Mine had the visuals, but it has some challenging tech I've got to deal with still, so that's why I didn't want to rush it. Since his is going live, I'm also, for those who missed it, I'm not going to release level 3 of Tartarus, but instead I'm going to be adding a wave encounter room to it that's zombie waves. And brass knuckles, yeah, I'm going to look around. I'll find some rooms in there. The other one I still am wanting to put it together, and I may put it together for this release, is taking the library room in The Rise. The challenge with that is it's got a lot of entrances and exits, as I'm sure you are well aware. Pub rules, yes, the onks are fixed. But the challenge with that is there's some bridges up there that, like, it's easy to make a trap that no one can get out of. Obviously, there's some ways out of it, but I may go ahead and add that anyways and just make it so they're all entrances, but just players will have to be aware that you can build a pit trap you can never escape. It does also would add some options in terms of it's fun to make like a, drop off, but then the only way to get out is not the way you came, but through a much longer exit out where you can drop off. Kathy888, Onk's still not working on QA, I'm guessing. Let me go check to see when that was checked in. It may have just missed the check-in time. That was checked in 6/19 at 3:45 p.m. So that was yesterday. Yeah, so that it just missed the last build. It'll be in the next build, in the next QA build. So it'll be out there for the weekend. But thank you for checking. Oh yes, and they're still not working in game. They're fixed on QA, but I don't think we're doing a patch just for those. I'll see if we do any other patches. But again, it'll be, we got, a week from today is when the next release goes live, so we're trying to avoid patching. The other thing we made a call on was we are not upgrading to Unity 2019.1. That'll probably be for next release that we do that. Seems to be good, but again, we've just been bitten too many times. Also, you guys will be happy to hear that I have started converting artifacts, the old artifacts. And the other thing I'm doing while I'm making a pass on those and that's converting them to the common, uncommon, rare, legendary. The other thing I'm doing on those is looking at each one of them and also reevaluating the power level of them. I have not turned any of them their power level down. I have turned a couple of them up. Just because they felt pretty feeble. So, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, this is the artifacts will drop, how some of the new artifacts were just added using the common, uncommon, rare, legendary, where you're not getting a legendary to drop. I mean, there's a chance, but it's crazy, crazy rare. But you can take 4 common ones, turn it into an uncommon, 4 uncommons, turn it into rare, 4 rares, and turn them into a legendary if you're really into it. The other thing I've done with them is, again, in addition to reevaluating the power level of each one of them, I've also gone and when I adjust them, so the legendary, as they get higher and higher, the negatives, if they have negatives on them, those don't change. So the common negatives associated with the common is the same as the negatives associated with the legendary. If it's minus 10 strength here, it's minus 10 strength there. So that does not scale up. The positive aspects of them scale up, though. Can't tell you how many of the new Rare Plus. I can probably come up with a list. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make a list for these things. I need some content for tomorrow. So let me start my my list of stuff to get ready as content for tomorrow. And that's tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow's just a 1 hour stream. Let's see. What were the things I was going to do? How many zombies died? Were killed, and who killed the most? How many rare artifact types, rare plus arties dropped? All right, I'll get those. I'll pull that information. I'm going to pull it for the Friday stream. You guys are all going to watch that anyways. You know you are. If you're watching this one, you'll definitely watch that one. So let me do the giveaway now. Speaking of watching. Let's see. Are you going to make current store-bought decoration rooms convertible to encounter? Ooh, that's not a bad idea. I could do the same thing that I did with the other ones and just let you convert them over. Then I could use that for some of the elves. Good idea, Synthetic 9. I had not even thought about that, but yeah, that'd be good. And of course, I try not to think much about like money raising stuff, but I'd also reward those who spent some money. Not really power. Can't in-game mail right now. Okay. Let me get over there. Still downloading the patch. Your cloak is coming up. Oh, I'm up to 26. Well, I guess that's good news. I guess that means people are buying stuff. I'm going to have to make more cloaks at this rate, though. I'll tell you guys what. I will try to... I'm just going to go through the list. I've got like a shop list thing that shows me that everybody's bought crowns, and I'll do everybody who bought a crown from or bought a crown package since the sale started. I'll send stuff to. I'll send them a cloak. Let's see, and for those who missed it, since we're doing the Lord British sale, the 4th of July sale, started now and is going for 2 weeks. It was supposed to start tomorrow and go for 2 weeks from like Friday to Friday, so we can pimp it on the stream or whatever. But started a day early. But since there's already a sale, I'm not doing a double sale. No, you don't get 2,000 crowns and a 20% discount, but you do get a Atos fan club cloak if you buy during my stream. So if you want to proudly show off your Atos fan club cloak, now's your chance. Get this sexy cloak. And I cloned one that I made for famines. So it actually still says famines on there. Sorry, famines, I stole your cloak. So it gives you +5 fishing. Synthetic 9. Elf totems will be in for this release. Elf totems. And there will be, again, I'm doing at least 2 elf rooms. Encounter rooms. I've not figured out which ones yet. I'm going to be working this weekend, obviously. Especially since I'm sick today and not super productive when I'm sick. Not able to talk very well when I'm sick. But yeah, there will be both the elf totem recipes will appear. The elf essences should have been dropping all along. And yes, I'm wearing the cloak. That color looks weird. Game time. Set game time. Brain can't work. There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. Ta-da! See, it's a streamer. It's a camera. But yes, I will get the elf totem recipes in there so you guys can start crafting those. And then there will also be at least 2 elf encounter rooms. Hopefully more. Dark and Obscuro. Broken furniture was added to the store deco items. Was there any discussion of adding durability in furniture, letting us break them? That's actually a funny idea. That this is one of those things we've realized all along, to talk some of the biz stuff, that one of our big problems is the primary things we sell, the things we sell the most of, are durable goods. They're not even durable goods, they're permanent goods. You know, you buy a deco, and you know, this telescope over here, it will last forever. So we have a business where we sell goods that never wear out. So that means we need to keep replacing them, or keep upgrading them, or keep getting new members in there. And obviously we do have some of our top 5 sellers are things that are consumables that go away. So it's not all items, but that is one of the things. I'm just mentioning that because that is one of the things Richard, talking to him about some of the, here's some of the challenges, here's some of the what can we do, and Richard wants all furniture to decay. So it has durability and it decays. Make it decay when someone sits down in it. We warned him that people would find his house and come kill him if he did that. If you made your fish statue and your paintings decay slowly over time. Hey, Liberty Lover, the stream special today, there's actually the 20% off Lord British sale for next week. Is that next week? Let's see. Yeah, it was supposed to start tomorrow and go for 2 weeks, but they started it today, so it'll end on the 5th. But the 20% off sale for Richard's birthday has started. So I'm not doing those specials, but I am giving anybody who buys during my stream an Atos fan club cloak that I made. It's very sexy. I'm wearing it right now. Yes, Food Bunny. But of course, if it were just the ones you paid money for that decayed, or just the ones that were crafted that decayed, if that furniture decayed, that wouldn't do anything financially for us. It's honestly not a huge problem. It's fine. But that is one of those things. I just love that was Richard's solution to that problem, was make their furniture break. Every time they sit in it, the furniture takes damage. Don't sit in my furniture! People start stacking stuff on top of their couches so no one can sit in it. Looney Looty, yes, I could adjust the cloak a little bit so it's not the same as the streamer cloak. Yes, Start and Obscura, they like the idea of the decay, and that is one of the things. I mean, the same problem that we have is the same problem that player crafter guys have, which is there's a lot of goods that are they're beyond durable, they're permanent goods, and when you have a permanent thing, you can only sell one to a customer, or however many they want to a customer, but they never wear out. Whoops! I just bumped the microphone. Sorry about that. Let's see. Got any more questions in here? Oh, I still need to do the giveaway. I need to get off pretty soon anyways. Let me do the giveaway now, and then I'm going to do another quick giveaway. And then I'm going to wrap it up so I can go back to drinking fluids and sitting in a dark room. So, closing and picking. You're too late. Ice Star Strider. Yes! Rigged! Let's see. Sending that out right now. Grats. Let's see. I'll do one more giveaway here for the day. Let me see if did we put anything new in there? Been out of the office for 3 days, so I feel totally lost and confused. Ooh, there's a teletype in there. Those are actually pretty cool. I'm going to give one of those guys away. That'll be my end of day prize here. I'm only going to do 2 today since I'm doing a short stream. Oh, don't hit me with that sales pitch junk. I had no idea that would show up like that. You guys have to put up with that stuff? Do. Need some more of you guys to do some pot upgrades by emailing me your pot upgrade and mailing me your crowns, because that's why I had like 1 million crowns before. Because everybody was doing pot upgrades and they were sending me their crowns. Did I actually buy that thing or not? Yes, I did. Okay, got it. Alright, let me update the thing over here. Teletype. Vault. Bam. Now you can spam up my channel. Oh, let me get on, scroll back to see if I can read anything here. Coffee is life. Yes, the that already came up. Snugs, of course, informed me that he's already tested on QA thoroughly and that it is still broken-ish. Of course, you can reuse it by summoning your pet and getting him killed. But it'll be fixed the correct way for the next, hopefully the next patch, but we'll see. Definitely for live. That's not a question as to whether or not that's going to happen. That absolutely will happen. If I have to go do it myself, it'll happen. Because yes, I do realize that kind of breaks your training loop for how you guys train stuff. Let me see. Shep 311, 1 win per week. It's only been, I think there's only been about like maybe 2 or 3 times where I think like twice somebody has won twice on the same stream. And I think that was for a morning stream when there was only like 30 people on, so not that crazy. But it hasn't really been that big of a deal in terms of it happening. So it just becomes, this is the winning multiple raffles thing. So I haven't really worried about changing the numbers on it. If it, I mean, I don't really think it happens that much. And it'd be one more thing I'd have to keep track of. I don't like keeping track of stuff. Let's see. Trying to read through the raffles. Oh, you can perma-kill your dead pet by summoning an elemental. Good trick. But yeah, we'll get that fixed for this release. And the way it is supposed to work, and will work in this next release, one way or another, is your pet is can't be overwritten unless you have the necklace locked. If the necklace is locked, then it can't be overwritten. So if it is not locked, it can be overwritten. Let's see, any more questions come up there? Do. Again, new computer still running pretty sweet. Loading fast, doing good stuff. For those who missed, I upgraded my computer to a fast CPU. Although it's slow memory, and then the video card's just a 2060, NVIDIA 2060, which is not horrible. Oh, this is the other thing I was thinking of doing, not putting an onk at the entrance, but putting, ending the nav mesh here, so that creatures can't path beyond here, which I like, but it is also, what is going on there? Oh, I'm having to hit it with my hand. I don't have a weapon. What? No, this is behaving differently than normal. 53, maybe it's because I'm in God mode? Is it in my, oh, tool is broken, okay. Thank you. Hey look, my tool is broken. But yeah, I was thinking of ending the nav mesh here, so at least there's some safe thing. Because, yeah, those elves will linger there for quite a while. Felden Grimshaw, yes, if only I had a prosperity tool. Yes, so the crocodiles that are here in the hallway, these will be gone for next release. Yeah. I'll get that changed. I'm going to change out that room below and make it something more interesting, too. These crocs are pretty wimpy. You can tell because I can kill them. Let's see. Let me get back to a few more questions, then I'm going to get back to resting and recovering. And again, sorry for the low energy stream today, but back and very tired and a little sick. Let's see. With the new lot permissions, any talk of ritual magic? There's not been talk of ritual magic. That was not the direction I would have gone. I have also not checked in to see what the status of the lot permission stuff is. Last I heard, it was happening when I left. But I'm pretty sure it's going to make it. That's Lord Subtleton's pretty good about achieving his goals. Necronut Pedialyte. No, I'm just drinking water and some juice that I have around. And yes, my Kodos have been entered on the site of shame. I need to go do the add Kodo command again and add like $1,000 worth of crowns, so I don't only have to do it once. Let's see. Necronut, isn't Gatorade the same as Pedialyte? It's not that different. Pedialyte is one of those things like for kids. Obviously, Pedia in the name. Gatorade is actually, for those who didn't know the history behind Gatorade and why it's called Gatorade, is because it was for the Miami, no, Florida. Was it Florida State? Who are the Gators? Florida State Gators. I'm so embarrassed. I don't know my Florida football team. They just all meld together. But it's actually for the Gators. Coach created it for the Gators, and it was to help them because, hey, guess what? You sweat a lot if you play football in Florida. Yes, the University of Florida. But anyways, so yeah, that's why it's Gatorade. In case you're wondering, that's actually from the Gators. Let's see. Yeah, it's all got electrolytes. And I honestly don't know what the difference between Pedialyte and Gatorade is, really. I'm sure just concentrations and stuff. Ooh, crocodile head. Let's see. Let me check a few more questions here, and then I'm going to call it a day because I need to recover. I will be higher energy tomorrow. If you guys have any research questions you want me to do, it's probably a good time to do it, or to tell me about them. And I'll go do some research for tomorrow's stream. Would it be possible to make a scaffolding almost the same as the one we got a few weeks ago, but without the ramp? That way we can set up construction wall without ramps everywhere, or make them craftable. Actually, I don't even know which scaffolding you're talking about, so I'm sure we can make that. Oh, and I just realized my screen proportions are off over here. I've got, I'm not running it 16 by 9. What is going on there? A little squished. Oh well. But yeah, if I knew what scaffolding, yeah, we could do that. They were a release item, all the construction items. Yeah, I'm not aware of the... that stuff that Scotty made. Yeah, we kind of let Scotty make just whatever he wants to. So yeah, that may have been created and added to the store without me even knowing about it. Yeah, I'll check into it. Dart and Obscure, I know you like to take stuff and craft interesting things out of them. From the Deco contest. Dungeon Room 3x3 restricts most deco placements and is buggy. Double win. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'll look into the scaffolding stuff. And find out, because, yeah, I didn't even know about that. Necronut, a wall of skulls. Interesting. And yes, you won't have to email me in-game to get a cloak. I'll send you a cloak per package that's bought between like noon and 4 o'clock today. And hail, and again, I'm sorry. Wait, Eileen's crying? What are you crying over, Eileen? Check my PMs. Uh-oh. Not there. I may be in the message box over there. I'll check my PMs, Eileen, or you can message me on Facebook if you haven't already. And yes, I am home, but I am sick. Again, it's like the 10th time I've said I'm sorry to those who got here early. But I came back a little under the weather and had to suffer through being under the weather and driving 12 hours with a 5-year-old. That part was less than optimal. The rest of the trip was good. I think someone from the company knows what you're upset about, and I'll talk to them about it. Uh-oh, Gator's back. Alright, well, I'm going to do the giveaway and get out of here so I can go recover so I can be high energy tomorrow and hopefully start my stream a little earlier than normal. Going down, huge crocodile. That's good. Let me get the flaming sword going right on the last hit. Perfect. Like a pro. Yes, Gator heard that I was going to remove him. Yes, the gators that live in the hallway here, they're supposed to live downstairs, are going to be removed. There'll also be adjustments to this loot down here. Sorry, Gator. I mean, later, Gator. Huh? Oh, now he teleported down? What? But anyways, there'll be some adjustments in here. Wow, somebody managed to die right there. But again, my brain is barely functional here. I'm going to get off here shortly, which means I need to do my giveaway first. And again, if you missed the earlier excitement and all the caps locks, people who own towns or own dungeons, you can go do a slew on QA and you can slew around in your dungeon or in your town. And slew is when you fly. This is slew. I've got the dev version of slew, obviously, but so you guys should be able to do this. Now it only has 1 speed right now, but you should also be able to use the mouse wheel to make it go faster or slower. And yeah, and that's for the dungeon guys out there. That's for the Tazars and Flares of the world that craft giant dungeons or have giant towns and they put together their city wall and it comes off like 3 feet off and they can't figure out where it is. Should help you guys with that quite a bit. The difference between your slew and my slew will be that your slew, when you hit escape, you won't teleport to whatever spot. You'll be back where you were. I like big dungeons and I cannot lie. More pieces will be coming for more encounter rooms will be coming for this release. I'm going to be cranking a few of those out this weekend. And I think Synthetic 9 was the one who suggested, but I'm also going to take a look at making it so you can turn some of your purchased dungeons into encounter rooms, like some of the ones you buy from the store. Because some of those have like cathedrals and stuff that look like this. Would be great for an encounter, and currently they don't have a way to do it. So I'll see if I can sneak in the not the entrance rooms obviously, but the some of these things like with the big rooms. Make some of those so you can convert them to encounter rooms. Also, the elf totems recipes will go live. I know you guys have been saving up a ton of elf essences. And the person asking about the village founder place anywhere deed. You should be able to upgrade that in-game through the right-click interface. If not, I'll look into it. But I don't know how much it is. I don't keep up with my stuff. Dark and Obscure. Oh, can you add an experimental VR mode? The Make You Puke VR mode. I don't think anyone on the team actually has VR gear. We had two people who were really into VR stuff, and the two people who were really into VR stuff went to do VR stuff. That was years ago. That's not a recent change. So yes, we don't have anybody on the team who has VR gear. Although I was thinking of getting some, so maybe I can spend some of my Twitch money on it. Let's see. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to make sure and tell you guys. Promise we'll get the necklace thing fixed so you can override it if you want to. And Eileen, I'll talk to people about your concern. Synthetic 9, Onks and Tartarus are working. Yeah, the Onks and 9, if they're not in this patch, or if they're not in this current QA, then they'll be in the next QA. I verified that the problem was actually fixed. Not by me, of course, because I can't fix things, apparently. It was fixed by one and only. And again, I try to make sure and call out people's name, because I think there's a perception, since I'm the guy who's on the video stream all the time, that I'm the only guy working on the project, which is crazy town. Team size has actually not changed in basically a year. Let's see. And Sanyo, yes, Sanyo was on. He, I guess he did a couple of streams, it sounded like. Let's see. RPG rules. I will find out on the chest. All the privileges and properties and that type of stuff are going to be changing for this next release, I believe. Again, I've not had a confirmation from Lord Subtleton since I got back. Pretty much been face down in my bed most of the time. And actually this morning I got up to my phone, which I got home, as you might imagine, from a long drive home. My phone was pretty low battery, and I just put it on the charger and just went to bed early and collapsed. But last night our web server went down, the website server, which of course can, depending on which one it is, it can block the login to the game. So that happened while I was asleep, or at least in bed, and didn't have my phone by me, but fortunately multiple other people caught it and took care of it. I had nothing to do with that. You guys can thank Tassilo for that one. Burning Toad and Tassilo. Burning Toad getting hold of Tassilo at 3 o'clock in the morning in German time. But Tassilo got it, and it turns out this is the third time we've had this. I'll save my Unity bashing today and instead bash Amazon. It was another Amazon thing where we had our web server. We deploy, to Amazon so we can scale up and we can add more servers. But one of the boxes went poof, just vanished. Wasn't there anymore. No record of it. Pretending it never existed. Just completely vanished. And this is actually the third time this has happened to us. It just depends on which box goes down, because we've got multiple different boxes that we deploy as to what the side effects are. But yeah, so that's the third time that's happened to us on Amazon. Yeah. Yes, the 503 did imply a computer disappeared, and that's actually what it was. Was normally you would go and expect, if it's our stuff, we drive down and we can check out the servers or remote into them. But for Amazon, it's just like it vanished, and it's like, we don't know what happened to it. We don't know where it went, and there was no record of it ever existing. So now, if only we could get them to not charge us for it. But also to deal with that problem, in case that happens, we're keeping a second version of that ramped up to hopefully reduce any downtime. And as always, it was yet another one of those things where the website went down, you couldn't log into the game, but anybody into the game was like, what are you talking about? I'm in the game, it's fine. Pretty much how all of our downtimes have been. Alright guys, I need to get out of here and go back to drinking fluids and recovering. So I'm going to do this last giveaway. Again, sorry for the low energy stream today. That is because I am low energy today. But let's do the giveaway. Last chance. I'll feel better by tomorrow. I mean, I'm feeling better than I was last night. I'm not running around trying to do jumping jacks so I can throw up today. So that's better than last time. But yeah, I'll have, I should have all the kinks worked out of the stream for tomorrow's. Got to figure out why Skype won't show on my window over here. Because if you watched last week's Friday stream, you probably saw like when Travis was driving around, he was getting like 3 frames a second. He was actually getting probably 30 or 60 frames a second or whatever. But over Google Hangouts, it does not have a good frame rate for that. Skype does a much better job of remote streaming in and sharing. All right, I think you guys have all raffled in. Let me see. Kink stream, yes. Oh, and thank you very much to Dices for another 100 bits. Thank you. Make it all worthwhile. And that's probably enough. Close that giveaway. Okay, if iStar Strider wins this one, then I will implement the you can't win more than once a day. Nope. Kenneth 123. Yes. Another person who gave me bits on the stream. Oh. Durin Toadsticker, that's what I was just about to ask. I know you've won something before and I've had to do this, but I could not remember the name. Some connections I remember. And that was for the Teletype Vault Edition. Grats. Enjoy. Again, for those who saw that we have specials on, I'm not doing stream special today. I'll end by trying to be a good salesman that I should be the whole stream, but never am. But since there's already a sale going on, which is for Richard's birthday, which will end on the 5th, I believe. I think that's public. It is now, if not. You get 20% off just for everybody, but then I will send you a Atos Fan Club cloak that gives you +5 fishing. Totally not a renamed Famine Streamer cloak with the 200. But let me go and see if I can find somebody to go raid, because I'm going to wrap it up and go back to bed. Curious to see if Maxine comes down with anything. Let's see. Well, it looks like we're going to Bonger, because that's the only other person out there today. Unless one of you guys wants to speak up and say you're about to go start up a stream. Not yet? Synthetic 9, is that an UG for Bonger? Bonger's awesome. He does have low-res streams, I recall. Alright, seems like there's not a fan club there. Well, it's your fault. You guys aren't, there's no other streams out there. Let's see. That's the other thing. It looks like he may be in... Oh, can barely read it. Oh, he's in the Compendium of Pain and Suffering. Oh, man. Oh, the pixelation. Oh. Bonger, come on, man. He looks like he's doing stuff that's fun. Yeah, his data rate looks like his frame rate's okay. It's just his data rate looks like it's bad for his stream. All right, well, that's where we're going because there's no one else around, so... Sorry if you are not a Bonger 320 by 240 resolution stream fan. Let's see. And Crispy Car is streaming, but he's not actually streaming. Bong. You guys should go to watch Bonger's stream and chip in some bits so he can get a better connection. He may be somewhere that doesn't have a good connection. So, but guys, again, sorry for the low energy stream today. I will be better tomorrow. And thanks for informing me about the taming necklace not working. I'll make sure that gets fixed. Again, go play on QA. It's live. It's out there. I will be adding in the room. The Monday QA version is the one I really need you guys to play because I'll be adding in some new content over the weekend for Tartarus and making a bunch of changes to Tartarus. All good stuff. You can look forward to the artifacts going live next release as well. I meant to give you a quick list of the ones I've done so far. Gotta try to do some more, but Golden Ankh, Healing Ankh, Ether Orb, Necklace of Cautious Precision, Necklace of Civility, Lavalier of the Logomorph, and Brittle Brawn. I'm going to do some more though, but that's what I got done so far. But again, guys, thank you so much, and let's go raid, and see you in tomorrow's stream. And I think that's it. So long, guys. I'll get better, don't worry.